I'm a big fan of Todd McShay. And he came out with his first mock draft, right? So, we're going to get to Nebraska stuff in the second hour. I will tell you this beforehand. There isn't any Nebraska players in his first mock draft, but text in who your favorite team is, and we'll tell you who he has going, so you can start to kind of forecast who you may be able to get in the draft, and maybe look at some bowl games and see, if potentially it all works out. But I would tell you that he comes out with like 4 or 5, mock drafts. So the first one is just kind of just throwing stuff out there. But for my Houston Texans, with the great record of 1-11-1,
my goodness,
they are going to pick a quarterback by the name of Bryce Young from Alabama. What do you think about that, Nate?
I think that's probably the safest pick. I would say CJ Stroud probably has the biggest upside.
That's exactly what Todd McShay says. You need
really?
You need to have.
Maybe I should get this job. I'd be pretty good.
You guys kind of favor each other. You got a nice little personality.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. Nate Brennan, 1.0. Picking number 2 right now via the Russell Wilson Let's Ride Denver Broncos trade. Seattle Seahawks pick Jalen Carter, defensive tackle from Georgia, and he is a dude. He's 310 pounds, more athletic than Big Davis before, but he's a one-man wrecking crew. You will see him in about 2.5 weeks introducing himself to Mr. Duggan from TCU. Seattle, that's a good pick. I'm surprised that they didn't go quarterback with Geno Smith, but I think they have another first-round pick. I don't know if I pick a defensive tackle there.
I would go, if it were me, I'd go Will Anderson.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We vibing, man.
We know what's going on.
We vibing.
I'd go Will Anderson just because I think that he's the best player in the draft. I don't agree with you. I don't think the Seahawks should go for a quarterback. No. I think you have a 2-3-year window with Geno where you can realistically win a Super Bowl.
Right. And get you to playoffs. You got to build. There's so many other holes. But Will Anderson, in my opinion, is a next level. He's kind of Michael Parsons. I think he's instant Pro Bowl type, knows how to play. But the Chicago Bears, okay, we haven't had anybody on the text line ask about the Chicago Bears. We'll speed it up here because we got to be done here, at 30, Nate? Or what, 25?
Yeah, 25, 30.
25. They're picking Will Anderson.
Okay.
And that's after they gave away Quinn. And they got rid of Khalil Mack a year or two ago, so that's another guy that's
Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith, but so he'll plug and play. That's a great pick for them. They got the quarterback.
Do they have their quarterback?
I think so.
I'm not as big on Justin Fields as you guys.
I am. I'm huge on Justin Fields. Huge.
How come he doesn't win?
Have you seen their roster, young man?
I'm just saying, if Justin Fields is so great,
Nate,
if he's so great,
Nate, you're thinking.
How come they don't win?
You're thinking like college. He's not playing against ACC and being able to go against West Virginia. You're playing on the Chicago Bears with no running attack. No, your best receiver is Chase Claypool that you got in a trade for
He's busy doing TikToks,
right? That you got for a bag of sunflower seeds and a welcome card. Come on, we're gonna go to number 4. I know somebody texted in, John, here we go. Your Detroit Lions, they're going to pick a quarterback because Jared Goff is playing really good. And guess who they got? Your boy, CJ Stroud.
I think that is, I will be entirely honest with you.
I think that's a bad pick.
That is why the Lions are such a bad organization. I'm sorry, John. I love your enthusiasm. I love that you like the Lions. Jared Goff
is playing out of his mind.
Is the real deal.
Right. And
he went to a Super Bowl. And you're telling me with all the issues that the Lions have right now, which isn't as many as they normally have, you're going to go quarterback? The most Lions move I've ever heard in my life.
That's like when they picked the receiver 3 years in a row. No, none of them end up.
And they took a tight end that you just trade away for a vending machine
after making a Pro Bowl.
That's a Lions pick, but I don't agree with that.
The next we'll move fast. This is probably the most surprising in the top 5. Philadelphia Eagles take Bijan Robinson, running back.
How do the Eagles have that pick?
From New Orleans.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
That's a reach.
Yeah,
that's a reach.
Number 6. This guy right here, Steve Sipple is huge on this guy. I'm not. Atlanta Falcons take Will Levis.
Didn't they just take Ritter?
Yeah, in the second round, but they're taking Will Levis. They think he's going to be like Josh Allen. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
When your best attribute is that you can take a licking and keep on ticking. That's not
How
it.
Is that a good attribute?
Yeah, that's not. Oh, here we go, here, folks. Drum roll, please, for the Nate Brennan Indianapolis Naptown Colts take Peter Skoronski. And I'm going to tell you this, folks.
Bingo, love it.
If you're listening, anytime I went again, I looked at the scouting report and the lineman had the last name Ski. Hey, I'm telling you, I knew I was in for a battle because I'm gonna tell you, they were strong as an ox and they had big old heads, and they was just mean.
He's no joke.
Oh, he's no, yeah. He would throw you straight out the club.
That is the best pick on that draft right there.
Yes,
their offensive line is somehow bad now.
Will Anderson, Bryce Young, Skoronski are the 3 best players in the draft.
I love that pick for my Colts.
All right, here we go. Let me see. We got to start getting the people's who they
we
like.
Can carry over to the next segment,
yeah,
too.
we will. Let's see.
We can carry it over. Keep it rolling.
Let's see. All right, here we go with your Las Vegas Raiders.
I always remember Raiders Alliance.
Here's the Raiders. They just do this is a Raiders pick if this happens. Tyree Wilson from a defensive end from Texas Tech. You just signed Chandler Jones to a huge deal. You got Max Crosby, who is probably top 2 or 3 pass rushers in the league, and you blew a number 4 pick 2 or 3 years
Cleveland
ago.
Farrell, that's your boy.
Farrell, that's running down on kickoff. And now you're going to come around after you can't stop a nosebleed on defense or you can't block anybody on offense, and you need some help, or you need another tight end.
And they didn't pick up Josh Jacobs' option.
Right. So you're going to lose him because the only
player.
You're going to get like a 3rd round comp pick for him, and you're picking a defensive end. This is what you're trying to do. You're giving away a franchise running back. You don't believe in your quarterback, and you run the most sophisticated offense in the league, and this is what you're going to do.
And your coach is about to get fired.
He's horrible. He's horrible. Now, all right.
It's a very Raiders pick.
Here we go here. We know we got Steelers fans.
We had a couple Pittsburgh
the fighting texts. Aaron Davis's pick, Paris Johnson Jr., who is, if Skoronski is like 100 on the level, he's a 96, 97. This dude is a dude and a phenomenal athlete. That's a good pick because I think Pittsburgh, they got the running back.
They're in an odd spot.
They are. They got the running back. I'm not really sold on Pickett, but
I've never been sold on Pickett.
I'd like to see him with a better offensive line. You got to do that. That's a good pick. Now,
George Pickens is a dude, by the way.
He is.
He'll be good.
But he's weird though. Like he just like the stuff he does.
He'll like for no reason. It'll be like right in his chest, and he'll like jump out of the way and do a one-handed catch.
He just.
Yeah, he's having fun. Steelers suck. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Now we're picking with the Arizona Cardinals that we talked about yesterday. Pocket Hercules blew out his ACL.
That's your boy.
So if you Cardinals fans, I feel sorry for Pocket Hercules. Then they have the next America's Next Top Model, male model, or the new Bachelor in
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury.
I kind of like Cliff Kingsbury.
He did. Now that picture that he took was a major flex with his penny loafers on in that house. Okay,
that was a questionable move,
right? But that's why he's getting fired. But they're picking
that's
Brian Breesy, who was a Instagram, Twitter star before he got to Clemson, where they were showing. I mean, he was just destroying people in high school.
D tackle, right?
Yeah, and he's been banged up this year, but he's been destroying people ever since he got to Clemson. I think that's a good pick for them. J.J. Watt is not getting a little bit older. He's older. Zach Allen, who's kind of J.J. Watt like junior. And then he'll fit right in there with that deep. They got a ton of young stars on defense. He'll fit right in.
You can never have too many interior defensive linemen.
Right, and he can pass rush and he can defend the run. He's a two-way guy. Now we're going to go to the Carolina Panthers. There's no Carolina Panthers fans here, but they're going to pick, which is a guy that's I always tell people NFL quarterbacks are getting drafted in the first round is always supply and demand. Carolina Panthers. They're picking Anthony Richardson from Florida. I didn't see first round. I mean, heck, at the beginning of the year, they were talking about him going number 1. Now, phenomenal athlete, ton of upside,
Seems
coaching
like
turnover.
Seems like
it's a reach, but guess what? It's a Carolina Panthers pick.
And for some reason, you also traded Christian McCaffrey for a bag of sunflower seeds, too. You should have a second first-round pick in this draft, but that's not here nor there.
My people, we will get to everybody. Yes, we'll do the Vikings. We already did that. We'll get them. We'll get there. Trust it. We're gonna get there.
We got to stick with us here.
We gotta get there. We got 1 more minute, so we're gonna stop at my Houston Texans again. They got 2 picks. Listen here. The Houston Texans are so bad. They got 2 picks in the top 12. Number 1 and then number 12. And
from who?
From Cleveland for the Deshaun Watson. So here's what we're going to pick. The Deshaun Watson pick, the massage pick. We're going to massage this in there, right? Yeah, that probably wasn't a good joke. But they're going to take from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. He's legit. He's the only thing on Notre Dame on offense that was any type of threat. He can
block too.
Yeah, I was about to say he's a two-way tight end. I really like him. So we're stopping at Houston. We will get through all 32. We got Jacksonville up next. Green Bay Packers have been asked. The Patriots, of course, the Ricos. We're going back to Detroit, and then we're going to get with the Jets. So after this break, we'll be back on Old School to break down this first Todd McShay / Nate Brennan mock draft 1.0. We'll be back.